At T-Mobile, our critical mission is providing unparalleled 5G coverage for when connectivity is mission critical. Introducing T-Priority, America's best 5G network experience for first responders, even in times of congestion. More capacity, faster speeds, better coverage. T-Priority from T-Mobile, built for tomorrow's emergencies, ready today. Discover more at t-priority.com.
For qualifying organizations on eligible rate plans, coverage not available in some areas and may be impacted by emergencies.
Are your ulcerative colitis symptoms proving difficult to manage? Tremfya guselkumab can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. At 1 year, many patients taking Tremfya achieved clinical remission, and some patients also achieved endoscopic remission. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor if Tremfya can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
This episode is brought to you by Prime Video. In the small town of Holland, Michigan, nothing is ever what it seems. Behind the tulip festivals and pretty houses lay dark secrets that threaten to tear a marriage apart. Nicole Kidman stars in this darkly twisted thriller about a wife and mother whose quest to uncover her husband's secrets may get her more than she bargained for. Holland, streaming on Prime Video March 27th.
Welcome to Don't Blame Me.
Wait, do people hear all that?
We might put it on
Depends.
for our Patreon people.
Yeah.
Honestly, as long as they learn, I'm here to help.
And that's really what the motto of the show is. We are here to help. Sometimes we accidentally hurt. But the reason why it's called Don't Blame Me is they can't get mad at us if we give bad advice and they follow it.
Oh, love that.
It's a liability protection.
I give that advice that you want to hear, but don't follow this.
Exactly. And that's why we have our second show, But Am I Wrong? Where they don't take the advice and then write in and ask if they're wrong in the situation.
Great. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm in for
And
that.
sometimes we give multiple kinds of advice. We go, here's the chaotic advice that you shouldn't take, and here's like the responsible thing to do. Most of the time, Melissa's being more responsible.
Sometimes I lie.
Sometimes she fully lies, and then we go, we're going to take a break. And then she turns to me and she goes, I was lying. And I'm like, okay.
So she got you out. Wow. I was lying. I just didn't want to be judged.
Yeah.
No, I just like to be.
She likes to stir the pot.
I like to be chaotic sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I go, well, I wasn't lying when I was saying
lying
that
for
shit.
the better good.
No, she's lying for the story. She's lying
Honestly,
to be funny.
Yeah.
I'm here for that. Go for the buzz.
Right.
Chaos is fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As long as it's not for you.
For me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chaos for other people.
Uh-huh.
Damn, that's
And
crazy.
it's content for our podcast.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
we love when people call in and they go, oh my God, I'm so glad my life is going to shit. I can finally call in. And I was like, I'm so glad too that your life is going poorly. Like, so sorry, but thanks.
Wait, did I mess up by the opening by talking over the opening?
No.
We talk. We usually talk.
I didn't know if it was going to be like, when you said the title, I was like, oh.
No.
dude.
Oh no. And we edit.
But we do have a special guest here today. Jerah A. Milligan.
Hello.
A director,
Man, let me get my
writer,
voice deeper. Hold on.
actor. Crest? Is it Crest or Colgate?
Crest commercial.
Crest Smile
Yeah,
Man.
Yeah.
No way.
Braces for 4 years. Had to get that going.
That's actually a pretty short braces time.
I mean, no, it was bad. Though. I had it for 4 years, and I got them off right before college, and I had it bad. I had like rubber bands, and also I thought it would be cool to try to color code my braces with my outfits.
It was cool.
Yeah, but this is the
But
thing.
then you were stuck like that for a week.
For 3 weeks.
And the color gets a little
And
dingy.
and that's the thing. The color gets dingy no matter how
That's
much
what
you
have to get.
no matter what you brush.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't fun at all.
Yeah.
Wait, gotta get the voice back just in case people like.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when you're a man and you on a podcast, you gotta.
I mean, I changed my voice when I was a child, and I can't get it back.
Oh, my voice.
I forgot about that.
did.
Wait,
Like,
did you?
No, when I was in high school, and my voice was very high pitched, and so I forced myself to have a deeper voice because people would think I was like 10 and I was like 16.
Oh.
And now so this is just where my voice sits now.
I had a very high pitched voice. I used to sound like Chris Tucker for a very long time. It was
Let's hear
very
it.
squeaky. No,
That
my
is
voice has
high
gotten
pitched.
deeper, but
Let's hear
it was
I think you
squeaky.
could get there.
I can't. Not on this podcast.
Well, what's your sign?
Pisces.
Ooh, birthday's coming up.
Women say that all. This is my thing. When I say Pisces, women, I used to get a yikes. I get
Yikes.
that
I
quite
don't
often.
really know anything
Neither
about.
do
I just
I.
know about my own sign, which is exactly me. And why should I care about anybody else?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's chaotic energy right there. Look, good God. Like that is.
You haven't seen me in my
That
element
is-
on
that is
podcast.
chaotic
No,
energy.
my favorite is people who know Melissa from outside of this podcast. When they come on this podcast and they go, "Who is this girl?" And she goes, "Welcome to my real personality." I'm obsessed. It happened with Mecca and Jamila too. They're like, "I am learning
Well,
so much
that's
about her."
because I had only known them for 2
Yeah, it was
weeks at that
kind
point.
of a crash course.
Yeah.
I mean, but still, that was chaos being like,
Oh, wait
I
till
only
we
know my
get to
sign.
these.
I don't even know. I mean, I do know this about Pisces. I feel like what I've heard is Pisces
Wet.
can turn on people quite often. Like they'll be very lovey until you do something and they never go back.
Same with Aquarius too.
But to be fair, there's actually no sign of a man that I go, "Wonderful, that's great." Like,
Yeah,
because they're all.
Yeah, we're pretty trash all overall. But you
Yeah,
know,
I was gonna
we
say.
try.
As long as you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, I feel like I live my life trying my best to not be as trash that day.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, we are going to give advice. Did I say everything?
Yeah. Let's just get into the first
Okay.
one.
Hi, Meghan and Melissa. I need advice on whether or not to continue a friendship with a girl we'll call Macy. Macy and I are both 28, she, her. We've known each other since we were kids, but didn't get close until after high school. We were pretty close for about 4 years, but summer of 2020 started a series of ups and downs and periods where we didn't talk. First was when she confessed to cheating on her fiance, and I don't align with that behavior, and I was supposed to be in the wedding and ended up losing money because they called everything off. The other being when she had her first baby, we were again still pretty close. I even helped her mom and sister with the baby shower. But then after the baby was born, despite my efforts, I was the last friend of hers to meet the baby, like literally months later. Because of all this, and at the time I started going to school again, I decided to take a step back from the friendship and focus on myself, but we were still in contact. Macy has started posting memes and quotes on Facebook referencing how people change and disappear after you have a baby, and I knew this was directed at me. I addressed it once to her, and she actually apologized, but it still continued. So much so I eventually deleted her off Facebook, and we didn't talk for about a year. Fast forward 2024, I had a baby. Me and my family actually moved back to the area where Macy lived. She reached out and apologized for everything, and we rekindled our friendship. My family and I ended up moving again after a year to be close to my fiance's job, and Macy's family was also looking for a new place and thought it would be perfect to take over our home after we move out. So we put her in contact with our landlord. He didn't charge an application fee. He approved her right away. Macy had been to the house a handful of times, but her baby daddy fiance, we'll call him Tony, had never seen it at all. So we had them over, gave them a full tour, but a couple days later she texted me saying after weighing pros and cons, it makes more sense for them to stay in their current home. No biggie. Well, fast forward maybe a week or so, we get a text from our landlord asking about a smell coming from the upstairs carpet, and this is coming from a comment that Macy had made. I immediately asked her what this was about, and her explanation was that she texted our landlord to decline the lease, and she gave a list of reasons why, one of them being that there was a little bit of an odd smell coming from the upstairs carpet. But really, it was because Tony had said he could smell our cat throughout the house, and they would have wanted the carpet replaced. Well, I understand all pets leave us some sort of smell. Our cat has never once peed on the carpet, and the home would have been professionally cleaned before we moved in, or before they moved in. But none of that really matters because they chose not to sign the lease. So these are just unnecessary comments. We were doing them a favor, and after being in our house for 10 minutes, I'm getting questioned by my landlord. Thankfully, we have a good relationship with him and took good care of the place, so we got our full deposit back. And she texted me later and apologized, but I told her all of that was unnecessary, and while I can forgive her, I need her to understand we feel insulted. She never responded to that message, but then a couple days later sent an invitation to her daughter's birthday. I don't know. Me and my fiance are just frustrated over the situation and feel like with all the ups and downs over the years, is it really worth continuing this friendship?
We would have been out so long ago.
Yeah.
I'd have been out. Yeah. Wait, can I ask y'all a question?
Guys keep friends so much
who's-
longer than girls.
Out of the two,
Mm-hmm.
which one is the problem to y'all? The friend or the one?
Both
who
of them to me.
I thought you meant between Melissa and I, which one of us is the problem.
No,
I was like,
no,
both
like,
of us. That's why we're best friends.
No.
Yes.
No. I was like
We are.
between like the
So here, I think both of them are not compatible with each other. So I think they're both doing too much, but not enough to be actual friends. So like them giving the apartment where they're or whatever where they were gonna move in. Cats smell. Even I don't care how clean you keep your cat. I can go to a house and know that a cat's there.
Well, even litter smells, even if it's unused. Like there's sense of just that are I'm like, this is cat. I know a cat has been here. I know a cat lives here. It doesn't matter if it pee or not. Like,
agreed.
They smell.
They smell. And so like them truthfully saying, hey, like if we're going to move here, we need the carpet replaced. You just want it to clean. They wanted it replaced, which I feel like is understandable. Like, I think that she was right in saying to the landlord, if we want to move in, then this carpet needs to be replaced. And you getting mad over that doesn't.
I think if they said it like that, but if they just said, oh, we're not interested in moving in, we don't like the carpet smells. If they said like, we would be interested in moving in if you replace the carpet.
That's what she said though. She said, they asked, why aren't you taking the place? And they said, if we moved in, we would need the carpets replaced.
Also, I'm gonna think about like, I feel like I am never suggesting cheating. I am not.
You got there so quick.
I'm gonna let you know because she said it was the first thing she said, and I'm expecting my best friend to like, hey, you got to be like, hey, Jerah, you shouldn't have did that. Blah blah blah. But if you're gonna be like, I pull back the friendship, that's judgment. I should be able to call my friend and be like, hey, bro, meet me downstairs. I need to help you hide this body. Help me hide this body. They got to be like, bet on the way.
Yes.
This friend ain't a down friend. She is not a down. That's what I'm saying. She's not a down friend.
I think she'd call the cops if you said I need to hide a body. Like for me, that is that is not the kind of friend that I need. But I agree with what you said, Melissa.
I literally one time I was like, Meghan had retweeted somebody. No, it was on TikTok. You had reposted their video and said something about them. And I said, Meghan, this person is my enemy. And you said, okay. Didn't ask any questions.
Respect.
Yeah. Unreposted it. I think I blocked that. I didn't even ask. Like, I'm going to ask if my best friend or like my fiance says like, oh, I hate what I have no follow. If you tell me, hey, we got to go, something's about to happen. I have no questions. I'm packing my go bag.
I trust. My thing is, you cheated and I was like, I had to pull back. That's judgment right there. That's judgment.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh, I help with the baby shower. I'm like, if you gonna help with the baby shower, that's your best friend. You're supposed to help with the baby shower.
I also think it's fine to judge someone, but judge them to their face. Don't pull back from the friendship.
Exactly.
Like I've had friends who've like been like the problem in a relationship, and I stayed friends with them, but I was like, you were the problem, and I'm not going to like coddle you and tell you that like, you know, you did nothing wrong or you didn't like whatever. I'm like, I think this is a learning moment. I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to here to support you, but like, I'm not going to tell you that what you did was fine. So I think like taking a break from someone and then expecting them to like learn
and change
from
and
that,
then be mad like, that you like wasted money being a bridesmaid.
I mean, I would be mad about that.
I mean, I'm mad about the money, but like
they didn't get married. But also my thing is, yes, you can be married about like spending money. But imagine your bridesmaid's dress as compared to like what it costs to cancel that wedding. And
but
also,
didn't she cheat?
Yeah, she was a cheater.
I mean, listen, this is my thing. We don't know the levels of the cheat. We don't even know what she did. She could have like Googled, like stared at somebody's eyes.
Canceled the wedding.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
But men, we sensitive. Men, we sensitive. If my fiance, if I found out my fiance just told a man, hey, Jerah was pissing me off yesterday because of this, that I'm hurt. I am devastated.
What if you worked at a cell phone?
Wait, what? A cell phone company? I did work at a cell phone company. What?
The advice is,
I feel like that person needs to be a better friend.
This needs to be no. I don't think. I think
the friendship, stop talking.
No, you're not. Yeah, because you're not friends anymore. You're putting in too much. You're putting in effort for someone who, no matter what their return will be, like you resent them and they're pissing you off, and rightfully so. This person's not a good friend. And I also have questions. If this is this the same person they cheated on with, or they cheated with? You know what I mean? Because like, who's the baby dad? Like, who is that? So I think like in general, fundamentally, if you have like if you need to take a break from the friendship and it's not like a learning moment and a growth moment, it's just like we'll move past it moment. The friendship is kind of dead. Like I don't think you can get better from there, and you should put your energy with other people. And people need to stop having expensive bridesmaid stuff.
I think they both should just be better friends. Period. Even outside of this, just like you guys aren't great friends.
Yeah, they don't have friendship compatibility.
That's why. I guess that's why they married.
You need to put the effort into people who are going to give you the same effort back.
Some people, I feel like when they get married, they just stay with their boo. Like that's
loser behavior to me.
Just them in the boo.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know. I mean, unless I'm not married. You let us know once you go through.
They've been together like 10 years.
You've been together for 10 years?
No, it hasn't been that long.
Has it been more than 5?
Melissa,
it's almost
it's going to be 10 in like October.
Yeah,
like she was like, we'll be 10 in October.
Wow.
They've been engaged for 3 years.
I don't know.
Honestly, good for you. Honestly, good for y'all. Look at that love.
Yeah.
Love.
He's fun.
That's beautiful.
I like him. He's funny. He's a good time.
Yeah, you're about to marry him. You got to feel all the feels.
Not about. We're not having a wedding. It's just too expensive. So unfortunately, you get really lazy when you're not having a wedding. And we wanted to buy a house, so we bought a house. And so anytime we go, do we want to spend $3,000 on a photographer to take pictures of us at the courthouse? Or we could get a new roof. I mean, we have to spend a lot more to get the new roof, but.
I mean, you can just marry in the backyard. Get married backyard.
I'm ordained, so.
Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got a camera.
I'm coming up on my 10-year ordination.
Listen, I got a camera.
Yeah,
I got a camera.
She has plenty of cameras. I got a camera.
Yeah, but I want nice pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I'm in the DJ.
He's a director.
I'm an official DGA member.
Oh, I thought you were saying Melissa could take the pictures.
No, I got you.
Bitch.
She's too. Well, no. How tall? Unfortunately, with love to both of you.
True.
You're not. I don't think you're the right height to be taking the photos.
Listen, I got boots. I got a monopod. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Hollywood. It's some tall motherfuckers out here. So
bring an apple box.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I will. I'll bring a quarter and a full. What's up?
Perfect. Stack them. Get dangerous.
Mm-hmm. We've done one question.
Oh, sorry. Sure. All right.
Hi, it's Megan.
And Melissa.
If you're like us and you're always searching for the next great book, then we have the perfect show recommendation. The Webby Award-winning podcast, Totally Booked with Zibby.
Formerly called Moms Don't Have Time to Read Books, Totally Booked delivers daily interviews with best-selling authors in just 30 minutes or so. Hosted by Zibby Owens, the powerhouse bookstore owner and best-selling author dubbed NYC's most powerful bookfluencer by Vulture. Needless to say, Zibby's redefining what it means to be a book lover. And with so few daily book podcasts out there, this one is a must listen.
Looking for somewhere to start? They just released an episode with stand-up comedian Chelsea Handler about her brand new book, I'll Have What She's Having. It'll definitely get you laughing. Not to mention, other recent guests include award-winning actor and model Brooke Shields on her new memoir and New York Times bestselling author Gabby Bernstein on self-help techniques she's personally found most useful.
So don't miss out. Follow Totally Booked with Zibby on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening now.
There are many ways to entice a potential new customer with flashy branding and calculated marketing strategies. But at the end of the day, the success of a business comes down to the ability to close the sale. And for businesses like Thrive Cosmetics, Allbirds, or Skims, it's what goes on behind the scenes, making selling, and for shoppers, buying, simple that makes the difference. For them and for millions of businesses, that difference is made with Shopify. Businesses that want to grow with Shopify. Because if your goal is growth, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. And Shopify will make sure you're ready. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. And with Shop Pay, they boost conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. It's no wonder Shopify is home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Allbirds uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. That's shopify.com/realm.
This episode is brought to you by Honda. Introducing the all-new, all-terrain Honda Passport Trail Sport, the most off-road capable Honda Passport Honda has ever dreamt up. The Passport features increased ground clearance, roof rails on all trims, and available specially developed all-terrain tires. And you'll stay comfortable with tri-zone climate control and available features like heated and ventilated front seats and a panoramic moonroof. Learn more at honda.com/passport.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
Okay. Hi, Megan and Melissa and guest. No, you go.
Hello,
shut up.
I'm guest. Yeah.
I've been listening to the podcast for years, but this is my first time calling in. This involves me, 36 she, her, and my best friend Molly, 38 she, her. Molly and I have been friends for 4 years. I've been dating a lot in the past year, but there hasn't been a guy I really, really liked until Nathan, 35. I hope this isn't an insecure reference because I hated Nathan.
Oh, I was like, Nathan is a child's name.
Nathan and I have gone on a few dates, and he has checked all my boxes. We haven't slept together yet, so TBA on that one. Well, he hasn't gotten all your boxes. And we know that can make or break a relationship. Well, anyway, Molly is an A1 hater. Yeah, insecure
like
reference.
The sauce?
That's definitely an insecure reference.
Okay. Yeah. Which you directed some of her comedy special.
I've directed some of Yvonne Orji's. I directed her sketches on her comedy special. Very lovely person. Her quote was, "Everybody wants to be Issa, but you really just a Molly." Makes sense.
Usually I find it funny because I am also a hater, but she's hating on Nathan for no reason. He's hot. Even she admitted it, has a good job, is politically aligned, and has most of the qualities I'm looking for in a man. Where Molly has an issue with is that she snooped on his Instagram and saw that the majority of the people whose pictures he posts in his stories are other women. From her snooping, she's gathered that they all either have boyfriends or girlfriends, so she doesn't think he's a player, but she thinks he's gay, and her husband agrees. First of all, it pisses me off. It pisses me off that she's talked about my dating life with her husband. But second, I think it's incredibly immature thinking. What do y'all think?
Well, of course, she was going to talk to the husband.
Gay.
She was going to talk to the husband. She was going to talk to the husband no matter what, yeah.
Is having friends gay, fellas? Like, what?
No, I have female friends. Like, I haven't.
Sounds like her husband doesn't have friends.
Yeah.
Well, this is my thing about it. She needs to ask questions. Because I have female friends that are beautiful that I have zero interest in. Because at that point, I know you as a friend, so I know all the weird shit. So I'm like, you lost. Like, I'm good. I have some female friends who we may have hooked up, but now we are legitimate friends. We don't know what he's doing out here.
I think it's crazy to jump to the assumption that he's gay versus he's fucked some of his friends.
But also, how long were they dating? Like, they haven't had sex. And what's the reason for it? If the reason is that anytime she's trying to have sex with him, he's like, oh no, I can't do it.
I'm not interested. Yeah.
And then
I'm afraid.
I'm like, now we're getting a little spicy.
Well, also, what are the photos?
They've only gone on a couple dates.
But also the way I take photos with like my straight male friends is very different than the way I take photos with my gay. So I'm just like, to me, to jump to he's definitely gay versus they have hooked up before. I just.
Also, I don't like that it feels like a pastime. Like, I don't like that, like, her and her husband are like, ooh, let's have an activity.
I don't have a problem.
I don't like that.
No,
I don't have an activity.
You're allowed to do that. By the way, I'm okay with you doing.
Anything.
Yeah, you do that with your husband. You do that with like the amount of times like Melissa will tell me shit, and then I go, okay, I got to go tell Mats. But it'll be things that she knows he'll love.
Yes,
and I'll tell him, and then he'll be like, ask Melissa, and then like we'll all gossip. And then it's like, okay, something might come of it, in person. And I go, sir, you're not invited if you can't keep your cool. Like, we keep it insular. We can all talk shit together. We can gossip. We can speculate. But like, if you can't keep it together in person or like when we're having interactions with the person we're talking about, then you revoke the gossip privileges.
Right.
And it's crazy to me to like tell the person, like me and my husband were like, we were talking about that and we think this. And I'm like, okay, we all talk shit, but why would you tell her this is what we think?
Was she trying to protect her from like being catfished maybe?
Well, it's not catfish because they've been on dates.
Well, I mean, catfish were like, oh, she thinks that, this could lead to a relationship, but maybe her friend is like, I don't think that dude like you because he might not like women. Like, what I'm saying?
Let her discover it. We've all dated a gay man before.
I was going to say, I think Molly's never met a gay man. Really? I think that's the issue.
But to answer this person's question, keep dating, find out for yourself, and screw Molly.
Yeah.
And stop talking about it with, like, there are certain friends that, like, you can, like, confide in and talk about, like, and I'm a firm believer.
This is her best friend, though.
But I'm also just a firm believer. Yeah. If you're going to say one thing, like, if you have a bad feeling about someone or you don't think it's a good vibe, your friends are allowed to say one thing. And then after that, they have to just, like, you're allowed to do whatever, but, like, they can't keep bringing it up. If it's, like, they don't like him and they don't want you to date him, then, like, they don't have to be friends with you right now. But, like, you can't just, like, keep trying to, like, keep them apart. Because it'll make you, like, commit too hard. It'll make you, like, then in spite, like them even more. And I'm like, but you might just think that, like, you don't want them to be right. So you're like, no, he's perfect. He's wonderful. He's amazing. Just have sex.
Yeah, just do it. And
Yeah.
I mean, if the sex is bad, then I might not like them that much.
Yeah. But I would also question if they're a little bit or a lot bit homophobic, because
That is a jump. That is a big jump.
if her husband is straight and like is being like, that dude looks gay, and her as the wife, she goes, yeah, he does. I'm gonna go tell her, versus going,
But
what the fuck is wrong with you?
If
Why-
the
like,
husband is bi, I might take it in more
no, that's
consideration.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If the husband isn't straight, then I would go, let's sit down, have a conversation.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
you
yeah.
know him? How do we know this? Is it a familiarity?
I want to say as a straight person, sometimes I can see a brother and be like, oh, yeah, you gay.
Yeah.
And like, it's
yeah,
not
gaydar.
Yeah, be like, yeah, that brother gay. You know what I mean?
But I
But
also
you also
think
have
from
a lot of
Yeah, I'm about to say,
female
honestly, I
friends.
got a lot of female friends. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Didn't you have a gay roommate too?
For like 7 years.
Yeah. So
That's true.
Yeah. I just think in general, like to protect her also from if he was gay, like he's the boogeyman, like we got to tell her. Like and I'm like, okay, just because
Yeah,
there's
it's true.
photos of him with women or he could be a homewrecker, that he's
Yeah.
ruining all of their
Yeah.
relationships.
Or you could just be bi.
Yeah.
You could be bi.
Or he could have a lot of sisters, which I actually think is worse. I don't like that. I don't like when people are too close to their siblings.
Really? What's the deal with
No.
that?
No. I'm fine with sisters who are close. I'm fine with some brothers who are close, but sometimes when two men get together and they're really, it gets a little intimidating. But I don't like it when boy-girl siblings are like, this is my best friend. Like, we do everything together.
Oh.
we've had a few incestual.
We've had a
calls.
few incest calls. I think
Oh,
that's
wow.
a big word.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have sex with Nathan and stop telling her things.
Let us know how it goes.
Good
Yeah.
luck. Hope it's some good sex.
Also, Molly's husband is quite a gossip.
Also,
Boys
it's-
love the gossip.
Also, it's tricky. That is true. Like, if you tell me some info, I'm like, cool. Because I'm actually wondering how much info the husband had. I feel what I imagine is she sat down, had the Instagram up, like, baby, look, huh? Look, yeah, you look gay. And he's just like, it could have been that quick. And she's like, well, me and my husband decided. I was like, my man is like,
Also-
bro, what conversation?
And if he doesn't know any gay people, I'm just like, what is your straight man's husband who seemingly has no friends and no hobbies?
Yeah.
Why is he the authority on that's a gay face?
Yeah.
I don't trust most straight men's gaydar. I'm like, no,
That is
not
true.
so much.
That is true.
Okay.
Next one. Hi, Meghan and Melisa. And Jerah, you got a direct name.
Oh,
Shout
wow.
out on that one from
Love-
your seductive picture I posted.
That photo.
I was
That
upset.
photo. Every photo. I didn't even know.
Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe.
All right. I am 32, female, pronoun she, her. I am very single and haven't dated since 2020. The thought of swapping germs with someone post-pandemic gives me the absolute ick.
God damn.
Don't worry, I'm in therapy and
I was
working
about
on
to say,
that.
you might need some therapy.
All right. Great.
In my 20s, I was in the streets,
What's
but
her name?
now
Hold on, wait. Wait, hold on.
but now I'm physically and emotionally not in a place right now where I feel
Okay.
dateable. My therapist tasked me with what I want out of a relationship and what I feel like I can give to a relationship. Right now, I can't come up with a damn thing. Please help. What do each of you think are your assets in a relationship? And Megan, what were you looking for in Mott's? The fuck?
Well, what did it say? Something direct
Oh,
towards you?
God.
Something direct towards you?
Uh-oh.
Melissa, and that white male celebrity that you're dating, I can read between the lines.
Stop. Someone
What?
figured it out.
You dating a white man?
No, I'm not.
No, but he likes her.
And he's
This
a
is
celebrity?
blasphemy.
And he's a celebrity?
He's got a little crush. I have
Tell
to
me
say,
off
that
mic.
person must be so online that they have seen us comment on multiple different TikToks and listen to the podcast to piece together who it could be. Do you think they know who it is?
I don't think they know who it is. I think they just
know
took
that it's
something that we said and ran with it. I rebuke that.
She's not dating him.
I rebuke that. And Jerah, I don't know you, but
Great.
if you're out there or locked
That
down,
must feel good.
what are
I feel
you?
so safe. I
Are
feel
you
so
out there?
safe. I feel so
Out there
safe right now.
lockdown.
What are you / were you looking for in a partner? I have the same values as you guys, so help inspire me.
Well, unfortunately, I think I bring so much to the table. I don't have that. I have the opposite issue of being like, I'm wonderful and perfect.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So-
Like women often say this.
Yeah. I'm a Leo. I'm an actor. I have to be resilient. I hear no's all the time. And I go, they're crazy. I'm wonderful. So I think like thinking about the things you like about yourself, it's easier to ask like like people in your life, like your friends, and like ask your family if you like your family and they're nice to you. But like ask people who like you those things about you, or
So what
get
do I
active.
bring to the table, Megan?
You're funny, you're sarcastic, you are hardworking, you're empathetic, you're selectively generous, which I think is the best kind of generous, because the other kind is like a pushover. Like you do a lot for the people you care about, but like you don't feel obligated to people who you don't care about. Yeah, there's endless. Hot, great ass, like, you know, all of those things. So, or you could write for yourself, like I don't know what this person does, but for me, like write a casting breakdown. Like what kind of character is this? And being like, who could I play? And it's like, oh, this is this, and these aspects of me I could do.
You could also take one of those personality tests online. It'll give you all the information.
Or just look up adjectives and go, which one of these are me?
Yeah.
And try and pick the good ones.
I would definitely ask friends.
Yeah.
I feel like for me is like, what I actively look for in a partner, it has changed as I've gotten older. It used to be strictly looks, and I would figure out, could I put up with the person depending on how hot they were. Like if they were like seriously annoying, I'm like, can I deal with this?
Mm-hmm.
But
Same.
now
the hot crazy ratio.
Yep. Which I learned from what was that? How I Met Your Mother. It's like it's gotta equal out. I think for me now, as I get older, looks definitely is the thing that brings me in. But I have learned looks fade very quickly because you don't know how people are going to age. So that is not the thing to win me over.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I'm like, do you have a hobby?
Mm-hmm.
Like, can we still like have our own individual lives? Like we can be together, but can we like have autonomy? Because I need that, I realize. And also, can you teach me a thing?
Yeah.
Like, I have things I like. Do you have a thing you like? Also, how we argue.
Yeah. So
Where are you yeller?
I'm not a yeller, but I will say I'm not a yeller. But I do realize now that if somebody questions how I feel about a thing, that is the thing that triggers me to get upset. Like I will listen to you vent. I will like, you can call me whatever. But if I finally say like, this makes me feel this kind of way, and you get mad, I'm like, well, then I'm like holding back. Oh, how would you say that?
Can't shut it down.
Yeah. But I think, you know.
Yeah. I like somebody that's confident in themselves, and then I feel confident being around them too.
Yeah, I get that. Safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that there's like I think people usually fall into one of two camps. You want someone who is like your other half, where like you're so similar and all of that, and you can do everything together. Like you can watch the same shows and you can do all of that stuff. Or you want someone who is not the same as you, very different hobbies. You have your own individual, personal, social lives, whether like you're hanging out with friends or you've got your own hobby or whatever. And then you come together and either share in the things you individually like, or find things together that you both like. That's your thing. Yep. That's me. I'm 100% that way too.
But I also like, we can be doing different things in the same room, and I still like that quality time together too.
Yeah, because you're in the physical. Like my big thing is like, there's a safety, and I feel like sometimes because in our dating world now we have so many options, there's a lack of safety. Like I feel like if things get bad, and say like, you know, my partner's pissing me off, or like they're annoying you for a week. We live in a world now where you're like, I ain't got to stick with this. I can just go on this app or blah, blah, blah. Whereas,
swipe.
Yeah, back in the day, you were together.
Yeah.
You know?
But also there were a lot of less rights and things too, where you had to
100%.
we couldn't have credit cards or
100%.
land,
100%.
you know.
That's true.
So maybe, who knows, maybe soon we won't have those anymore.
Listen, I'll tell you this right now. I think black dudes think he who will not be named might get in some land, but I'll tell you this, in his cabinet.
Who thinks that?
Because some of them, some of them be on Fox News, like, rah, for him. Like, he ain't putting none of y'all in that cabinet.
No.
Ain't not
he
like
fired a lot of people.
I'm like, y'all stay talking
about
about
this.
this.
And he made Target fire you too. Like,
Facts.
what the
Facts. Crazy. I love Target. That's the worst breakup of my life.
This one's actually been
never went.
This one's been deeply hard. This one's been deeply hard. This one's inconvenienced my life, which is how I know it's making a difference. But like, it has made my life hard. It makes my errands so much longer.
Same.
Oh, and then what you're looking for in a partner, whatever you're looking for in a friend, but add that if you like sex, add that you want to fuck them.
Yeah.
It's literally the same things that you want in a friend. So like, if you are someone who like wants a friend you can do everything with, and you like a beat, like attached at the hip, then you're going to want a relationship where someone's very similar to you. But if you want a friend who is like, you know, you can bring around other people, like all of it, it's truly just, it's not that complicated. And I think people make it more complicated than it's just a friend you want to fuck.
Yeah. All right. Last one.
That's rude. I feel like you guys normally do more than 3, but that's whatever.
We did more than 3.
We've only done 2.
We did the friendship one, then the gay friendship one, then being undateable.
Okay, got it.
And then this one.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Making sure
Wait.
I don't become a guest and get shortchanged.
And this one, I'm glad I saved this for last.
Oh, so you heard this already?
Uh-oh.
I just read the summary.
Oh, okay.
You look very moisturized.
Oh, I do not believe in being ashy.
Yeah.
It is a thing. Because I'm dark skinned, so it's like, if I'm ashy, then it's like, bro, what's happening? Like, what's happening with your hands and your elbow?
I like your jeans. Where are your jeans from?
Thank you. These are...
Celine.
I wish.
I love a bell bottom.
These might be Zara jeans before we had to stop going to Zara too.
I like the wash.
Thank you.
This is an outfit I would wear.
Yeah.
This is a very me outfit.
Thank you. I have the hat
And
on
put a
because my
cardigan
locks
on.
aren't done. I almost wore a
She
cardigan.
would have known.
I almost wore a cardigan.
No, I'm a white person. I'm complimenting old hair all the time.
She wouldn't have known.
Oh, true.
Yeah, but like literally days before you're getting your hair done, I go, your hair looks beautiful.
But people watch like people will see, they know. Somebody
Yeah.
would be like, man, that brother need a.
Yeah.
You know?
It would be Erica.
See, I ain't trying to get dragged.
Bree would be nice about it.
Yeah.
Bree wouldn't say anything. Bree'd think it. Bree wouldn't say anything.
Nicole
Erica
too.
would say something.
Nicole has locks. We know our Patreon audience very well.
Oh,
We do.
see, all right, see, I don't need that in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Mary would also compliment and go, I know your hair's probably old and I think it looks lovely.
She's in Atlanta though.
No, but she would
She
know
knows
that
the
she's
difference.
doing it.
ATLANTA. That's all. I remember. That's how I learned how to spell Atlanta.
Where are you from?
DC.
Hey, so is Erica.
Okay, Erica.
Do you know the fizzle dance?
The fizzle.
See?
Oh
Nobody
my
knows this. This is a
God.
Bay Area dance.
What is
Nobody
the
knows this
fizzle
fucking dance.
I was convinced that this is as big as like E40, and I'm
No,
baffled
I've
to
never
find
heard
out
of this man
that
that's
nobody
dead.
knows who
He's
this man
dead
is.
and in
The
jail, or he was
fizzle.
in jail. Now he's dead.
Okay, yeah, but let's not too much. I don't know why he went to
I'm
jail.
gonna go on TikTok. Fizzle dance.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's on. If it's on
No, it
TikTok,
is.
it's in the very niche of Bay Area TikTok.
Yeah, there's not gonna be a lot of views.
and
I
it's
don't think.
old. He's been dead for 5 years. So
I think he's been dead for more than 5 years. I
So-
think he died in
Yeah. Fizzle.
she was doing the fizzle dance about
fizzle, not fizzle.
Sorry, the fizzle dance
Shut the fuck up.
in high school where they were smelling their piss. That's part of the dance.
Yeah. Mhm.
Fizzle dance.
Fizzle.
I think it should be the new Cupid Shuffle, and I can't believe that other people
Wait,
don't know
I
it.
see the Jabberwocky.
fizzle. TH.
I
Wait,
can't.
TH.
Yeah.
The way that you guys are not even saying is actually sending me. Like this to me
Like
was,
this?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, you know hyphy, right? You know.
Yes.
I do know that.
Okay.
Oh wait, someone's doing it from the Bay.
Turn the sound up.
I can't see you doing this, Megan. Look at it. Why-
No, you guys, this is my shit.
Wow.
and you were like with your knees, you were doing all that too?
Oh, I'm fully squatting in my prom dress. Like
Okay.
I am on the like it is. I can't believe it has been so an eye-opening experience for me.
You know what? I mean this respectfully. But now I understand. When I was like, oh, you've been together most of your 20s. And she's like, well, I had a life. If you was out here doing this, like.
Oh, you just saw me do the face and you said, "Oh, she's been in the streets."
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
literally my
yeah.
thought. That
She's
is legit my thought. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
you've
oh
been in the streets.
yeah, lock her down. She's fine.
Yeah.
Take her off.
Got it. Anyway, the last question.
Did you like the song?
I
Were
mean,
you
I'm not
really
going to
listening?
say no on this podcast with my face out here. That song was great.
He's dead, so it's okay.
This is so
Still,
crazy.
I'm not disrespecting the Bay. No way. That song
No,
was
here's
fire.
the thing. I will admit, and this is why I think I'm like I love our music because it does always sounds like a theme song to a sitcom. Like it's so like campy and like there's a dance and there's always a vibe. Like
Bitch.
we're a little goofy.
See, I'm from DC and I grew up
Well,
with go-go music.
yeah.
So people hate our music and I'm like, I like it.
I like it too.
It shows instruments. We like cover.
I don't love it, but I like it.
So yeah, so as an adult now, I'm like, actually no, I still kind of have like a nostalgic kind of vibe for it. But honestly, I kind of like that we just almost
involved.
never get to this recording.
No, what was the
I love it.
Did they call?
It was oh yeah, how does it work?
Did you play it?
No, I haven't played it yet.
Oh, I was like, I can't remember what we were
It's almost
supposed to
like
be telling
it's
them.
almost like a deep tease.
Hi, Meghan and Melisa. I have a bit of a situation. I, she, her, female 30, have been seeing Tyler, male 35, for 2-ish months. I know it's still fresh. We've been on a fair amount of dates, and things have been fun. He's funny, sweet, easy to talk to, and I have a great time when we're together. I had a tendency to move pretty slow. So we haven't had sex yet. Partially the Catholic guilt from growing up, but also from insecurities I have from past relationships. And I'm a little on the won't say no to dessert side of the scale. So the idea of getting naked in front of someone makes me want to gag. The furthest we had gone was literally a kiss, dry, not even make out. I knew I wanted to rip off the Band-Aid, so to speak, and initiate something more during this date because I could tell he was trying to be respectful, or at least that's what I thought. So I was like, okay, I need to make a move, otherwise nothing's going to happen here. So I start, things are happening, clothes are coming off. At one point, I think he's going to go down on me, and then he doesn't. And I'm like, okay, interesting fake out. I don't think this is ESPN, pal, but okay. I get the ball going, or should I say balls? He's like fingering me gently. He goes to put it in, and he goes soft. And I'm like, okay, maybe we try a little more foreplay. So then there's a lot of foreplay on my end, not a lot going on his end. Finally, he's going to go in, and same thing happens. And I'm like, okay, time out. He then apologizes and explains to me that he's only ever had sex once before. And he's in his head, and that it's just not going to happen tonight. Apparently the wrong head. And that he doesn't have a ton of experience, but he had only told me that was in relationships, hadn't had a long-term relationship. Anyways, he asks if at least the fingering was good. Spoiler, I think we know the answer. I've been with a few people, but mainly long-term relationships. So that shit was basically a well-oiled machine. And I know it didn't start like that, but I don't know where to go from here. He basically checks every other box I want in a partner, but I want to fuck and I want to be fucked, if you know what I mean. Maybe it's a Catholic school stereotype, but after when this man asked me what I was into so that moving forward, we could figure that out. I didn't know how to say I want to be railed. I want to be sore tomorrow. I want to be cramping. I don't know. I need a water bottle or two afterwards. I don't think I give off those vibes, or so I've been told. But hey, a girl's got to eat, He's also hoping I meet his friends in the next few weeks, and I don't know what to do. If it's something I can coach him through, but it's going to be bad for a while. And I just don't know. Okay, so keep this fucking issue in mind, right? On the flip side, my ex Ryan, male 30 from 4 years ago, wants to rekindle things. He and I had been talking again before I met Tyler. He cheated on me. It was a whole thing. I don't really care anymore, honestly. But I do still kind of have feelings for him. And he's made it very clear he has feelings for me. The sex is great with him. Fantastic. He's great. He's caring. He's funny. All that. What do? I don't know what to do. Help.
Wow. That's wait, so when she said she likes dessert, that means, because at first
I couldn't figure it out. I think you're right though.
Okay, because at first I was like, oh, she likes dessert, doesn't mean she likes to eat. But then I was like, oh no, she likes dessert. She likes her happy endings.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you going on a date,
I thought it was a euphemism. And then I was like, okay, what is the euphemism for?
It's still
it is.
No, I just didn't know what it was supposed to mean the first time. I was like, I don't get it.
Damn. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
This is.
See what I said? Brother. Are you comfortable talking about sex?
Oh, brother.
35?
That's a lot.
And he's not religious?
Mm-mm.
I will say this. I grew up very religious, and I was a late bloomer because I used to think that if you made out with somebody, you were going to hell. Because I was in church, and they made you believe.
Damn. What denomination?
I was Baptist. Oh. And they were like, if you do this.
DC? Damn.
Because DC, we had people having a bunch of fucking babies.
Oh.
And so they were like, if you do this. And I was like, well, I ain't trying to have no baby. And it took me a minute. But he 35.
But you saw a titty, though, in church.
That was a titty.
That must have been pretty confusing. Church is telling you, don't have sex, but here's a titty.
I know. Look,
God
I ain't get the titty pregnant. Ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just saw the titty. I didn't do nothing with the titty. I was like, oh, shit. Those are titties.
Look, don't touch from afar. Can't get pregnant that way.
Yeah.
This is objectively crazy. I think there is someone for everyone. There are, Mormons who leave Mormonism and they have never done anything. And I think they are perfect for other Mormons who have left Mormonism, who have never done anything. But this is how are you going to wait till he's 40 to be he can finally rail you? That's crazy.
Here's something. Okay. I have said a time or two on this podcast that I do enjoy being railed. There was somebody, it was actually a Nepo baby I was with one time. And
Nepo babies, man, they get everything. They get all the stuff in the street.
They do. They get all the jobs and all the fucking pussy.
Yep.
And
who ate all the pussy? It was the Nepo baby.
I hate that. This is a shirt on a name on a Hot Topic shirt. Oh, no, Spencer's shirt that she saw
There's a
weeks
graphic
ago.
shirt that's for sold at Spencer's that literally just says, "Who ate all the pussy?" And I'm like, that's objectively a great T-shirt.
I love that shirt.
And I hate it so much.
What?
I'm addicted
I love
to
that
it.
shirt.
I can't stop saying it. I walk into rooms when I'm literally home alone and I go, "Who ate all the pussy?"
Googling it right
And the
now.
guy wearing it is so happy to be modeling that shirt. He is like,
I'm gonna look that up in my private browser.
Why?
incognito.
You should be out and proud. You've already said it that you love it.
That's
So
my thing. I'm here so it's a good partner experience because I feel like women talk, and if you're gonna talk about me, I need you to say things so good that your friends go, huh.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's
So one time I was with this, it was the first time that we were together. He was like 5 years older than me in the same regard. I was 25, I think.
Amazon.
And it was bad. And he knew it was bad. And at that
he
point,
was 30.
Yeah.
We all have a bad day.
Yeah. That's what I'm
No.
saying.
Okay.
Let me explain. And he said to me, "Give me another chance. I can be better."
There we go.
And he was.
Boom.
And I think you, listener, writer, caller, you should, and I know it's hard when you're just starting out in a relationship, and you said, like, with the other 2 people that you've been with, they were long-term relationships and it got good after you had been working at it for a while. So in this instance, I say, give him one more chance, but say what you like and what you want. And then if he screws, because she likes him in any other instance, and then after that, when it still sucks, just know that you've explored all avenues, and then you can go get railed by your ex.
This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pet injuries and additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
Support comes from ServiceNow. We're for people doing the creative work they actually want to do. That's why this ad was written and read by a real person and not AI. You know what people don't want to do? Boring, busy work. Now with AI agents built into the ServiceNow platform, you can automate millions of repetitive tasks in every corner of your business, IT, HR, and more, so your people can focus on the work that they want to do. That's putting AI agents to work for people. It's your turn. Visit servicenow.com.
Watch the world's biggest tennis stars clash in the California desert at the BNP Paribas Open, live on Tennis Channel.
How do they get to these shots?
Tune in daily for exclusive first ball to last coverage from Indian Wells and witness all of the jaw-dropping action as the game's top men and women square off at one of the greatest events in sports. It's tennis magic you need to see to believe. The BNP Paribas Open, live on Tennis Channel and streaming on the Tennis Channel app.
So I'm gonna say it. All right. I remember growing up, I had my senior year of high school, we had counselors who were like fresh out of college. So I'm like 18, my counselor might have been 22. And I remember him saying to me and my boys, because he was a frat bro.
What fraternity?
He was the dogs.
Omega Psi Phi. So he
Yes.
was nasty.
Exactly.
That's why I had to ask.
And he was like, and he always said, look, not every day's gonna be your best day. And he's like, if it's not your best day and you feel shameful, eat your shame to help you get around too. And he's like, look, sometimes things can throw you off. It could be excitement, it could be the cut. Because women, like, it could be the presentation. You know, the presentation can just throw you off. And like, if it throws you off, you eat your shame and you get around two. But for that round two, you better come prepared. Now, there's a lot of, like, I'm not, caller, I'm not telling you to do this, but there's chocolates men can get to help. There's like pills, there's gummies. If he needs a little help because he's too excited, be like, hey, we about to have some dessert. She likes dessert. She likes dessert. We about to have dessert. And if she tells that man this, I like to be real. To me, that takes a lot of pressure away because that means you can just go. You're just going for the fences at this point, baby. You know what I mean?
Full speed. He doesn't have to be in his head counting.
No, he ain't got to listen.
The stamina does not have to be that long.
You ain't got to say nothing.
You got.
Okay, we're acting like he's too excited, like he's 16. He is 35. What do we think the likelihood that he's having a hard time keeping it up for the opposite reason?
It could also be medications. There's a lot of things that could be in play.
And it could be, to me, sometimes the packaging, okay, is so exciting that he'd be like, oh my goodness, this is for me. This gift is all mine. And sometimes you might be like, shit, I never get presents. And then, he ends up dropping the gift, because sometimes you get something and you drop it. You ever get a plate of food or you get...
Oh, I never drop anything.
She drops all the time.
You know what I'm saying? You told me she just stubbed her toe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's just the beginning.
I stubbed it and sliced it at the same time.
Remember that time that you fell with a wheelbarrow?
I got stuck under a wheelbarrow. And that's when Melissa said, you have to give me access to your Ring camera. This is not safe. I'm deeply independent and not nearly capable enough as I think I am. I think I am so strong and capable.
You fell under? Like it flipped on top of you?
It was really full. I'm also a fainter.
She's a cartoon character. Yeah, one time she fainted.
How did it flip?
One time she got an earring stuck in her ear. And I tried to remove it.
What we thought was a seizure, and then I woke up, and then suddenly the fire department was there, and they were getting soot all over my rug. And I said, "What?" And they said, "You have to go to the hospital." And I said, "That is too expensive." So they went to urgent care, and then this man at urgent care, the doctor allegedly said, "I don't know what you want me to do with that." And I was like,
"That accent was a little too good because it was a fake accent.
It was not a real accent because I go that we were convinced it was a set. I was like, where are the it was abandoned and empty." And he said, "I can get the earring out of your ear, but I cannot promise it will look good." And I said, "First of all, sir, you have a consistent accent. Where are you from?" It felt like the Vanessa Hudgens fake country accent. By the way, it was the urgent care I always went to. Never saw him there before. Never saw him again after. And I said, I knew you were lying.
It was eerily empty.
She's about to touch your earlobes. You better get your earlobes touched.
Empty. And then I had to go to my plastic surgeon. He had to fix it.
Well, we should have
Wait, you
filmed
said
it.
you went to your plastic surgeon?
She had to get it removed because it was like
it was stuck inside
into
my
her
ear. It didn't rip through my ear. It got stuck inside my ear. My ear was
piercing,
it was so swollen. You couldn't see it because the ear was so swollen. And
how did you do that?
A vasovagal syncope.
Ring got caught.
Yeah, so now I don't wear rings on this hand, and I used to wear a ton of rings, and I'm like so careful about all of everything I wear. I do really just need to get a different earring put in here so things can't get caught on it, but it was horrible.
And you fell
under the wheelbarrow.
Yeah. So that
I don't understand falling over.
It's just here's the thing. We have a house with a yard. Our house has so we're on a little bit of a slope and there's a stair. And I filled it with trash. I mean, no, I didn't fill it with trash. Filled it with dirt. And I was trying to go down, but unfortunately, when you don't go on a slope, I tried to take it down the stairs. The gravity was on my side, and then suddenly I was in a bush, and it was on top of me. And thank God, someone else, because Mats was not home. I also smashed my hand under a rock when he wasn't home, and I just laid on the ground outside for 15 minutes, and then I was like, "Okay, gotta go back inside."
I need to give you a life alert.
Yeah.
Yo, your husband must be like,
not husband.
No, the way he gets he literally is stop. I will start. So I will decide I'm going to move something that's 300 pounds by myself, no warm up. And I'm just I'm going to pass out. I'm not very good at, people are like, know your body. I'm not good at that. I go, I'll be fine. I'll power through.
Wow. What's crazy about this, and hearing you say power through, I'm having a tough time with this one because I do think she needs to give him a round two.
I do.
But what's tough to me is that she's already not into it. She's talking to her ex.
About her ex.
Already talking to her ex. Is willing to forgive the cheating. She didn't even say I want to be back with him.
She just wants sex with him.
She didn't even want to be back with him. She just wants sex. But what's tough is even if she gives this man a round two, he now has to prove himself.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's almost unless you come out of the gates and you're swinging crazy, he may never be able to fulfill what this ex did because now he is openly in comparison with the ex.
The ex is still going to be there.
No, I'm talking about for the guy now. I'm talking for the guy. I'm like, he's almost in a win, maybe,
but
most likely lose.
He has another win though, is that she likes him outside of the bedroom, where the ex is like whatever.
That's true, but if the sex ain't good, then
I
it's
know,
like,
but it's just one time.
The second time you have sex with someone, I think usually is more important than the first time you have sex with
I
someone.
agree.
Like,
I agree.
just like it will be better or worse. But like, I think in general, if you had sex with him and it wasn't great and you want to have sex with him again, there's a part of you, if there's no part of you that is like, I can never see this man again, I am so utterly disgusted, then go for it. Like, if you don't have the ick, then you should definitely do it again. For me, if it was like so fucking bad, I would quite literally pretend I didn't know this. Like,
for the streets. I was in the streets answer right there.
Fade the fuck away. I would never speak to this person again. I would forget their name, and they pop up on Facebook years later, and I go, oh my God.
And I've forgotten a few.
There you go.
Oh, see,
and like,
oh really?
Oh,
y'all have dudes y'all like kind of like.
Oh my God, when you see them on Facebook and you go, I feel like I know you biblically, and I forgot you even existed.
I signed up for swim lessons with a guy.
Oh my God.
Wait, what?
I signed up for swim lessons with a guy, but I didn't. It was like I was at a gym.
Adult swim lessons.
Adult swim lessons, yeah, because I can't swim. And
no. What do we say?
We can.
We're not strong swimmers.
We're not strong swimmers. We can get through.
Okay.
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
I'm same. I'm gonna take a swimming class.
Yeah. There's an Obama Center right around the corner. It's like this brand new sports facility, and they have a really nice indoor pool.
If you come, we now have 4 adults in our personal life who all go, yeah, I'm not good at that. Like, I'm not too good at that.
I'm trying to get better because at the end of the world, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
so
actually, if none of us know how to swim well, someone needs to be able to do the swimming challenge at the end of the world.
Yeah, we got to figure that out. Figure that out.
So, but this was years ago. I'm not in the streets like this anymore. This was
still same level of swim skill.
Yeah. Haven't improved because this was weird. So
fair.
They were like, you need to confirm with your instructor.
Yeah.
So they gave me the number. The number pops up in my phone when I saved it. I was like, oh, well, I have this person saved. Couldn't place him.
Oh, what?
Couldn't place him the whole swim lesson.
Wait, even when you met him? Even
the
when you
whole
met
swim
him?
lesson.
Did he know? Did he know?
She's swimming. She's paddling along. She has no idea. And he's going,
we know each other. Yep.
We know each other. We know each other. And Melissa's like, splish splash. No fucking clue.
What?
0 clue. This man's teaching her how to swim. I mean, his hands are on your body.
Yeah.
No
recognition.
Did you even think that like it could have been? Was it weird for you?
No, because she had no idea.
Until after he was like, yeah, you remember we met on the plane? I said, oh yeah.
Yeah, by the way, she met him on a plane.
On the plane?
She met him at...
That's
and
for
I
the
go,
streets.
Imagine
That was in the
life,
streets.
Imagine your life being so crazy that doesn't matter.
Nah,
but meeting someone on a plane is like bucket list, and then going, I forgot about him, and then we're in a swim lesson.
It was
I forgot
years
to.
ago. Okay,
Still, how many people meet somebody? Do you know? I love a rom-com.
Yeah.
I desperately have dreamed to get on a plane and the person sitting next to me is like a baddie. I am like, please let it be a baddie on this plane. You know what I get on planes? Babies and people who respectfully,
uglies.
Just not for me.
Babies and uglies.
Just not for me. And I'm like, I've never. And you met a dude on the plane. You remember that man?
Look, I used to be for the streets.
But for the streets.
And I've retired. I've retired from the streets and I've retired from white meat.
Listen, everybody got to change. I respect it. Some people are for the streets. Some people rest on the stoop. They want to know the streets. They want to know the streets. They want to know the streets are right there within view.
Somebody on this couch I did see quite recently in their Instagram bio that they were for the streets.
No. It said.
Whoa, you put that in your Instagram bio?
It said.
Are you trying to repel people?
It said for the streets respecting.
Oh, okay.
Because I respected the streets. I wasn't in the streets.
I love hoes. Hoes.
I love the hoes.
Friendly place.
Honestly,
hoes come slide in the DMs. I love a good slut.
Honestly, that Instagram handle the bio had to be changed because it was like
That's
it said
crazy bio.
That wasn't it. It said God fearing for the streets respecting, which I thought was balanced.
Whoa,
I liked it.
What a whiplash!
I didn't express that I liked it, but I did. I liked it.
This is my thing. I feel like when you meet somebody, I feel like every relationship needs, and I actually do mean this. I feel like when you're dating somebody, 2 things have to be consistent. You have to know that the person you're with, somebody else wants.
Mhm.
All right? The period. It's like if you were to break up, you would know that the moment your girl took you off her IG page, her DMs are going to be flooded. So you are a lucky man and you need to be trying to impress her. Even if it's like years down the line, it's like you got to keep trying to impress her. All right? Also, I think things do get boring after a while, but you always have to respectfully be disrespectful. All right?
Hell yeah.
And I feel like when you in the streets, this is for women and men. When you're in the streets, half the time you don't give a fuck about that other person.
Exactly.
You just trying to have fun
Mhm.
and you get a little disrespectful. But then when you like somebody, shit changes.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, I want to hold you a little bit longer.
Mhm.
You can do that, but you got to remember you gotta respect the streets or they may send you back to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my philosophy.
I
man.
like that.
Also, not to get dark, I do find that men without a lot of experience by the time that they are 35 like the idea of a girl who's had some experience. In long term, they get very threatened by that. Like,
Yeah, because you start wondering how you know that trick. I will say I don't mind it. Just my rule is, and I try to do this for everyone I date, I'm going to let you know if we appear in a place and there's somebody that I'm like, shit, Stephanie I hooked up with. But sometimes I'm like, I've been in situations where I've had that agreement with someone and we went to multiple places.
And you go, uh-oh,
And
gotta
she-
go home.
No, not for me, but for her. She'd be like, oh, just so you know, hey, that bartender. I'm like, all right. Oh, hey,
bartender.
that record
God.
exec. It's been a time where I'm
Record
like,
exec.
like
It's
it-
the same
Oh.
person.
literally there's been one person in my
Damn,
life.
she sounds cool.
Yeah.
I thought she was cool the first couple times. I'm like, oh, this is dope. But then at one point, I was like, because she made a comment, it's not that many. And I was like, wait, how many has it been? And I went back and did the math. I was like, God damn, wait, do we need to move? Do I
Maybe
need
she
to
was
go to-
lying, just trying to make herself look cool.
I don't know if that's a cool move. I mean, honestly, it's
No,
kinda,
it's not.
it's whatever.
Depends on how the bartender's not so cool. The record exec depends on
What was she? Was she a singer?
what label, what exec.
Was not a singer.
Okay, that
Okay,
makes it
that's
better.
cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not a singer.
Otherwise,
Okay.
I go, I think you're a victim, honey.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not good.
I
Not
mean,
so
either way, it
good.
could have been a victim. But you know what? Some people like
Oh, yeah.
you again. To me, my theory is you only live once. You young, you hot, live the dream. That dude who's 35, I'll be very curious why he's only. Because even if you were in a long-term relationship, then that means it must have just ended.
But he should still be good if he's good
If
at
he's,
it.
yeah, if you're in a
he-
long-term relationship, you should be
That's
good.
fine.
So-
like I prefer to date a guy who's like a former fuckboy. Like I want a guy who has I want a man who has been run through. I want someone who has done the dress rehearsal. He knows what he like. I want someone who's completed. I want like I don't
been-
want to work in progress.
Well,
at
so,
all.
So interesting.
Not
I had a
sex-wise.
friend who he was in a relationship for 16 years. One person.
That's fine. That's just as fine to me as that you've been with a lot of people. If you have like
Yeah.
consistently been with someone where they wanted to keep sleeping with you, like then you know how to put the work in.
So he admitted that the first time he hooked up with this particular woman, it was bad. And I was like, what made it bad? He was like, his old partner was attractive, but
Oh,
this
we're cutting
person,
this out. What is it?
but the person he hooked up with was extremely attractive. And he was like, I knew my moves with my ex, but with this new person, I knew I needed more moves or like I needed to be better. And I got really self-conscious about being good.
He
And
probably
he was like,
didn't need to be better though.
No.
he did not. But he was like, but if you compare the two and even look at him, I was like, bro, you was your personality must have been on one that day. You know what I mean? Like your personality
No, I get it. It was like
was on.
One time I dated a basketball player and I thought
And from tall girls everywhere, fuck you. That's offensive.
Look,
that's fucked up and offensive. You shouldn't be doing that.
He pursued me.
Ooh, can I ask,
And-
was it a good team? Can I ask what team? Or was that too much? If you on a good team too, that means who you that's a lot.
Yeah, not good. He
But
didn't.
he was in the league though.
He was in the league, but like on the bench.
Hey, that's still
Yeah.
six figures.
Hey, still a contract.
Facts.
Yeah. But wasn't good.
But he didn't have
No.
to be good. To me, but like when you are like honestly a really handsome man or a really successful man, you don't have to be good. Just like sometimes really hot women don't be good.
No,
They
you
just-
do.
they-
You don't get you're no longer attractive if you're not good.
But this is my thing. I feel like sometimes someone made this. It's a comedian. I don't remember who it was. He brought up like how some of the most famous women in the world, I won't name them because I think they're all hot, but how all of them have been cheated on. And he was like, the reason they all have been cheated on, he's like, 'cause at the end of the day, they just become like Susan. They're just normal. And he's like, honestly, some of those women are so beautiful that they know, in theory, they don't have to do much because it's almost just exciting to have the opportunity to do it. And I feel like men get that too. If like you're super tall, you're super handsome, super rich, it's like, I ain't gotta be good. You're here for me. And
I
like,
wasn't.
you know.
But people also still cheat on the hot rich, like ugly, like will cheat on the hot rich.
Because they want to have a
like,
good experience though.
Well, also at there's just for a lot of people, once you hook up with someone who they view as like hot or like a different level, whether that's money, fame, job, career, success, looks, they view that as like, they absorb that level and they go, oh, now this has leveled me up.
Yes,
so now I'm going and doing all this stuff. But you know,
I agree with that.
I just like, I think if he's insecure, you're out for this time.
I mean, or he could, yes, I agree.
If
but
he's
he was,
excited to learn and it's going to be fun. But if he is like insecure, that's like a personal problem. And like, then you have to figure it out on your own and like, we can circle back. But like, this is just
but if he's excited to learn,
project.
It's really good because then it's like, oh, I can mold you to the thing that I like, you know?
Exactly.
That's why like you hire somebody, you're like, hey, this is the way we do it here. And that way, like, your workers like know, hey, I like my edits coming this way.
I thought you were talking about sex workers.
Me too. Maybe they can get that tool. What's that tool, Melissa, for the balls that you squish in and then you... what's that called?
Wait, what does that do?
Baldo?
Yeah. What's the Baldo do?
You cram your balls into this thing
hollow
that looks
dildo.
like, that's like plastic. So then you can do like double penetration or...
You put your balls and your penis in it?
No, the penis is out.
It's putting your balls essentially in like a... Like imagine if like a dildo was like a basket and then you put it in, right? Isn't it like closed like that?
And then there's a dick coming off of it.
And then it becomes a dick.
So where's my
Have you ever wanted your balls
dick is
to be
on
a
top.
dick?
So you got
So
two dicks
now you have two dicks, but one dick is actually
hard.
your balls.
Yeah.
Wait, so
you feel the thrusting because you feel it against your balls.
So wait, so basically I have an option to either use this fake dick or my real one?
Or you can use both of them at the
both
same
dicks.
time.
If you ever wanted two dicks.
Double penetration.
And no balls.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
But why would I want to do double like this?
Obviously,
Melissa
you're
has
not
a crazy
into
algorithm.
But that's a double decker.
Yeah.
Like that's a double decker.
Yeah.
That's not like in two different areas. That's like a
No, it's literally two-headed.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like a lot of ball stuff. I'm not a big ball. I'm not a big.
You don't have big balls.
I just don't like people that's like the balls. Like that's not the star of the show.
Yeah.
It's like that's not.
That's not even the opening act.
Yeah. It's like I'm like this is my thing. It's like that's not
the
the
background singers.
Why are you talking to them? They hear
You fit perfectly into my whole thing because I don't understand guys who are like so into ball stuff, but then if you like a strong gust of wind brushes past them, they're like, oh, my balls, ow. And I go, you literally were enjoying getting kicked in the balls early, like when they love ball. And I go, you want them squeezed? But if someone accidentally taps them, you're crying in pain.
This is what I think that the Baldo was made for, is people that like to have their balls in a vice grip.
Yeah, that feels so uncomfortable. Like I'm like, that's not a Well, head. I'm like, you ain't got to focus on that. That's not the star. That's cool.
It's just there. Let them be.
Yeah. Wow. What
along for the ride.
Wow. Well, brother and ma'am, I hope y'all figure it out. Get that man in around two.
Yeah.
But only two.
But two. Yes. Only
love of God.
Yes,
only two.
Yes. But you know what? If he is a kind person, if he's a loving person, maybe you can figure out. Maybe it's an open relationship.
He could be a friend. Like
true.
Like if he's checking off all of the boxes except for sex and all you're literally and I can say this because my dad was Irish Catholic. You're a Catholic schoolgirl who wants to get railed and everything's great but the sex. Okay.
Maybe bring a ruler.
Not enough.
Or make you can make it open. Would y'all ever make it if you were to date somebody and everything was good but the sex? Could you make the relationship open?
An insecure 35-year-old man who has no experience. Do you think he's going to handle that well if she goes, "Hey, you can't fuck me. Let's open it up."
Honestly, she would be like, "You can't rail me." Oh, that's true.
Like, there's no way that he'd be cool with that.
Also,
like,
respect her for saying that. I feel like when women say "fucking rail," it is the most awesome thing because that lets you know. You know what I mean? Respect.
Yeah, that's very our podcast.
Yeah.
Respect
we have
her.
a lot of straight girls who are trying to get railed. We have a lot of gay girls who are trying to get railed. We have a lot of people. We have a lot of gay guys who are trying to get railed. I mean, I think objectively, and then we have some people who are asexual and they say, "I'm not into it, but I am here to support all of you who want to get railed."
Yeah.
I mean, the railed or I heard the term on Twitter because they wouldn't say it on TikTok. Twitter, and it was like the new thing.
You're not on my side of TikTok then. Go ahead.
Can I curse on TikTok? I'm trying to get off of TikTok. My TikTok just like fucking weird.
I can
I'm not
curate
proud of
it to be perfect.
I'm not proud of my
but
TikTok.
Melissa's fucking Instagram Reels algorithm is a scary place.
Really? Let me see that joint.
No.
I heard people, the big term now is like getting fucked through a mattress. Like that is that is the goal in life. And I'm like, you know what?
You don't know who Tanisha is?
Until
the
hold on, you didn't finish the thing though. It's fucked into the
Tanisha.
mattress until the room stinks. That's the full.
Honestly, I gotta look her up. Tanisha.
Danisha. I can't believe you don't know that because quite literally that was like the top like 10 to 20 comments on that was
Oh
just
wow! It
that
pops
on her
up
video.
immediately.
Yeah.
Tanisha Carter
Yes.
pops up immediately.
Danisha.
Danisha.
She looks like AI.
She was like, yeah.
Oh, she's real.
Yeah, she's real.
What would I tell you if she's a secret conservative?
This woman?
How are you? You're shocked?
Honestly, I can't tell. Her hair is so straight. I feel like I can tell.
And the
You can't tell about the contacts?
Well, you know what's so interesting? My cousin is about her complexion, and he has natural greenish blue eyes.
Yeah, I can
hate him.
understand natural, but she talks about how hers are fake.
She looks like a character from Narnia or Snow White. Like it is.
Oh, wow! So
H.
she's a real human.
Yes.
Rest in hell.
But she got caught up in a scandal because she was hooking up, well, one time had sex with this man that's also TikTok famous. He didn't want to continue their one night stand that they had. And so then she tried
Crashed out.
Yeah, she crashed out hard and then tried to say that she was pregnant with his baby.
But she didn't talk about it in
Yeah.
person.
So she's
then-
like texting her friend about this whole everything that's going on. The friend ends up leaking the text messages.
Wait, so
her plan was to tell him that she's pregnant, but we have to talk about it in person. And
she wanted to have sex again.
But how does that get you? How does that get you to have sex
That's
again?
a really great question.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good question, and I guess the dick's so good, the logic is gone.
Yeah,
like,
but it's like you couldn't be like, it was so fun. I would love to do it again. Like,
she did, and he rejected her.
yeah, he was not responding to her,
that
and
means
so
he didn't
then
have
she
fun.
got desperate and said, "You need to call me. We need to meet up immediately."
Oh,
And
that
finally
means
he's like,
he did
"No."
not have a good time.
But she did.
No, but that's why
Ooh.
everyone's like, imagine the dick being so good, like that.
you're
That's so
embarrassing
embarrassing.
Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when people were saying like that song, "Do whatever for the dick," and it was like East and them, like it was like mad celebrities talking about what they would do for the dick.
Well, it was her and
Like, but it was on like it was a
Yeah.
cast of people. I feel like.
yeah, it was her and Regina Hall. They
Regina Hall,
started
yeah.
it, and then people like started picking it up from that.
Listen, I'll tell you this, men, we can be as trash as we can be, but if you a trash dude with good dick, you'll go far in life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's something that everybody can learn.
Claire is practicing her breathing for her upcoming yoga retreat in Bali. Has she ever done yoga before? No. But Claire worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Join our 19 million customers today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risks. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisor Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Om Namaste.
In a way, it ends where it begins.
Very insightful.
Thank you for sharing this Red Baron with us, Linda. It's so tasty, it makes me want to share something of my own. I didn't actually read the book.
Me neither.
I watched the movie last night.
I judged it by its cover.
I haven't read a book since middle school.
I'm secretly seeing 2 other book clubs.
And I can't even read.
I'm not really Gary. He just paid me to be here. Sharing Red Baron pizza can lead to more sharing.
I'm Dr. Jen Ashton, your host for Season 2 of The Visibility Gap, a podcast presented by Cigna Healthcare. Throughout this season, we'll be tackling something vital, the women's health gap. We'll hear from real people and experts as we unpack important topics like maternal health, menopause, and heart disease. Listen in and download the new season wherever you get your podcasts.
This is what's on my reels.
No, it's
What the
prepared.
fuck?
And she's determined to fuck up my algorithm because she won't stop sending them to me. No, it's terrifying.
Yo.
Imagine opening your Instagram and you open your DMs accidentally and you see that. And she
Yo.
goes, you never respond to my DMs. And I go, you, what?
How?
No, of course.
How?
Like,
How?
I'm not going to. And the one time I sent her one back, she went, oh my God, I can't believe you do this to me. I go, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
Because
all
yours
of
was
our-
about incest. It is a
Sorry,
different.
my algorithm knew my biggest fear. Okay?
Wow. That is your fucking wow.
Is it the robot fucking the
No,
bread?
I'm just scrolling through my reels. This is
insanity.
just what's
show him
in
the robots fucking the bread. So she found a video that is, I literally on the podcast was talking about two things I hate. I think we need to be nice to our electronics, like
Agreed.
Transformers. I love that movie. And you have to say thank you all the time because I know when they turn against us, we're gonna be on the same side. Like,
I say
didn't fuck them
thank you
over.
to my chat GBT all the time. I even named him.
I say thank you to
Leroy.
my devices that I have all around my home. I won't say it now because it'll go off.
We've automated
The sex lights will be coming on any minute.
I was
though.
I was looking at the time going, are you going to prepare him for that?
With the what?
She has the lights like switch at a certain time and everything goes like red and sexy.
Wait,
and like
what
we'll be
the
recording and I'm like, Melissa, you're sex. And she goes, uh-oh. And the sex, they just, it's crazy. It is crazy. And
What?
it's sudden. So just at
No,
any point.
it's timed with the sunset.
Yeah. So prepare yourself.
Also, low key, it's no light in this room whatsoever. I don't even know what time of day it is out here.
Yeah, but guess what? Then suddenly you're gonna have the sex lights, and it's gonna feel
be any second.
But she found a video of these robots, which I don't think robots should be on their hind legs ever. I don't think robots should have legs, and I don't like robots on their hind legs.
I
Like
agree.
that stresses me out. And I also don't like when people make food videos sexual, specifically when they're making bread. Like I don't like
No,
that.
I take
think
that back.
it's gross.
I took a cooking class. I made some bread. That's
Fine, but
you
don't
can smack
film
the
yourself
bread.
and then.
When you smack it, get that little jiggle. Get that little jiggle when you
That's
smack that
fine.
bread.
Don't put it online and then make eye
Nah.
contact with the camera with like a little smile. Uncomfortable.
Nah.
And Melissa found a video of a fucking robot on
I
its
didn't
hind
find
legs
it. It found me.
kneading bread sexually, like fucking thrusting into the bread. And I was like, it's
Right?
insane.
But it's a she. She's putting her whole back into it.
This is a she.
That's what they said.
Also, I really don't like that this robot is like a person.
Thank you. They shouldn't be on their hind. I don't like the hind legs.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you though.
No,
This
don't
robot-
say you would fuck it.
This robot getting
Hey,
in
bro.
This robot getting in there.
This robot can get it.
This robot getting in there. I saw a video of a robot twerking, and I was like, "What the fuck are we
Are you kidding me?
programming?"
A robot can twerk and I can't? This is fucked up.
I definitely saw a robot twerking.
So you're here to talk about your show that you haven't talked about at all.
Wait,
Yeah.
what was I? Well, I mean, I know, but I was like, I didn't know how to that go in.
Well, I feel like you sold yourself you're very funny.
I mean,
That's
I'm
a
trying-
good segue.
This is what
I'm
the
trying.
poster looks like.
Well,
It's a
actually,
good poster.
thank you.
I like the title too.
Thank you.
I think your picture in my phone, you're doing
Yeah,
that too.
that's like one of my profile pictures. I'm doing the exact same face. I think it's my Twitter one and Instagram.
I
or TikTok.
love it because people would tell me, I have a lot of friends who are bad drivers, and when I would complain, they would always say, "But did you die? Did you?" And then one of my boys specifically, I feel like anytime we go out of the country and like go on one of those big, we're going on a trip, there's always a near-death experience. Yeah, and he's like, "But did you die?" And so my show is a comedy. It's a dark comedy. But
as the title
yeah,
implies.
exactly. It's a dark comedy. But it is about like a legit near-death experience that I was like, you ever have something happen that's so crazy, all you can do is just laugh about it, even though if you told it to someone else, they'd be like, "Oh my God, that's not funny." So that's what this show is. But this show has a couple of audience interaction moments because I didn't want to just be talking for 45 minutes. That sounds insane to me. So it's more storytelling. It'll be at the Elysian on my birthday, March 18th, and the day after, March 19th at 7:30. Tickets are doing well, so please grab them quickly.
So who's in LA? Josie, Dae Young.
I love that y'all know the names.
I know I'm missing other people. Y'all come, bring your friends.
Please bring your friends. We're talking about Black male mental health in a funny way. You
They're
know?
both Asian, but
yeah,
No, they
they'll
can
be
still
in it.
support.
Yeah,
They can still support.
Yeah, they can
Listen.
come.
Yeah.
Please come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can. I'll be there on Tuesday.
Yeah, birthday day.
You can meet me in
Birthday.
person.
What's your favorite birthday song?
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Bad bitch contest. I like that song, but I feel like as a guy, we don't have like a dope birthday song.
You can say, all I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe.
Same song. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But also the song I love when it's not my birthday and it's a woman's birthday is one time for the birthday,
bitch.
2 times for the birthday, 3 times for the birthday. Because you know it's perfect. It just
builds up.
It just I love a song that like because also you know what it is. I think I like celebrating other people's birthdays more than my own. Because I feel like my birthday is a lot of pressure.
Can't relate.
Really? Are you like, it's my
I'm a
birthday
Leo.
week. It's like my birthday month.
Birthday month. My
Oh,
birthday's
you're a
in
month.
summer.
Starts the weeks before.
Months before. I'm a summer birthday.
Do you do multiple activities?
I definitely did it more. I used to be like, we're getting a house and we're going on a trip. Like that was like always the thing that I would do. But I like to do a lot of things.
I've lucked up that my birthday is usually around, like when I was in college, it always fell on spring break. Or
You have a good timed birthday.
And I have a terrible timed birthday.
Yeah. Melissa's got a bad timed birthday. Mine's also not, summer birthdays in general are not great because people are just like not around.
What month? I don't know the
August.
Ooh, that's when people are on vacation.
Yeah. Beginning of August. It's when people are doing their last final vacation.
Yeah, that's tough. Just so you know, this is a very random tangent, but I did make a playlist for my show. So it's a playlist that's going to take everyone through generations. It's going to be like fun times, party times, sexy times, TRL times, like
For the
early
pre-show?
ops for the pre-show. It's literally, I wanted it to be like, I don't know if you guys ever watch like those new like DJs that always be on like YouTube, like those long sets.
Oh, at the what's it called room? What's it called?
Yeah, like Boiler Room and those kind of spots.
Yeah. Artistic does
Yeah,
this
so
sometimes.
I curated a vibe like that. So it's going to give you a clubby vibe before it gets dark and funny. You know what I mean?
Ooh. Do you have any crazy out of the box selections on it?
Well, there was one I took off. There was one I had to take off.
If you say, I know,
What? I had to
Is
take
there
it.
Drake on it?
Drake is on it.
Oh, God.
Drake is on it. But also, listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. How do we feel
you
about
might know
Drake?
your audience.
Drake, no, but also I feel like even though we do hate Drake, and I get it, Drake make that. If you hit Drake at a brunch.
Not me. I'm on record.
I don't like Canadians. I told you that.
I'm on record on this podcast and in print. How much from day one?
Drake.
I'm a day one Drake.
I got
hater.
Drake on there. It's not a ton, but I do. I'm embarrassed. I had an R. Kelly song.
I was about to say that was literally what my face was.
I
said,
heard though
I
that
know what it is.
when you play his music, it goes to his.
It does go to the victims, but the issue I have is that some of the songs
kind of kills the vibe.
It does.
It does. It's like
they're confessions, quite
exactly.
Yeah.
Literally. He said, "Sing what you know." Okay.
I had "Feeling on Your Booty" on there,
Boo-hoo-tee,
and I was like, "Man, who did you make this song?" Literally, I had it on there, and it wasn't the whole song. I just mixed in because I was like, that part is like,
It's
man,
so stupid.
It
but
is
so good.
It's so dumb, but I had to take it off.
Yeah. Well,
that was the hardest one for Mott's to remove from his playlist, and even still, like he'll
tough.
just like begrudgingly skip a song.
I
I'm
said
like,
this is the only thing that I'm okay with AI doing remakes of
Really?
is R.
Listen.
Kelly, so then I can listen to it again.
Dancing in the Name of Love. I'm
Oh,
just
God.
like, you know,
Step, side to side.
there were songs he sang that I was younger, I would sing out loud, and I realized all the adults got mad and said I can't sing it. And now being an adult, I'm like, oh yeah, I could not sing Bump and Grind. Like, what the fuck?
Well, you were in his demo though.
well,
On that note,
that weighed heavy in the air. That was heavy. That was heavy.
It's only because she said it, and it just looked at nobody, and I was like,
Yeah, I just. And we all have to sit with that.
yeah. You can't end the episode like that. You got say.
well, we have to end it the way we actually end it. Thank you guys so much for listening.
My meds have so worn off.
The
Thank you so
number,
much
how to participate.
Oh, yes. You can call us for another episode if you need advice. 310-694-0976. International listeners, everyone else, meghanpodcast@gmail.com. Write it, call it in. If you have an update, reach out as well. We also have the form, and we would love to hear from you and help you with your life. Where can people follow you?
Oh, you can follow me at Jerah Milligan on Twitter and Instagram. You can go to theelysian.com, type in "But Did You Die?" Grab tickets there. Again, that is March 18th and March 19th at 7:30 in Los Angeles.
And if you're not in LA, wish him a happy birthday.
Please hit my DM. I feel like my DMs be dry. My DMs be dry. I mean, I like having a little conversation. What?
No.
Have a little conversation. Like, what do you mean? I need more friends. I'm not in the streets. I'm in my house. So I'm like, I need to hear the stories that y'all hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, DM, say what's up. Say hi. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
You're leaving the streets. He's got stuff to do.
This is not a street DM. This is a hey. I'm saying what's up.
Okay.
DM.
This is a Bumble BFF kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like, this is wait. What is that? What's
That's
BFF?
only for the girls though.
What's a Bumble BFF?
So there's a on Bumble.
Melissa told me to get on it, and I said, "You think I'm that pathetic that I need to get on Bumble BFF?"
You had lost a lot of friends at a certain point in time. And so I was trying to help you out.
She said, girl.
But now I've introduced to my other friends.
No, she said, you either have to leave the house and meet my friends, or you need to get on here because this is getting dark and sad.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
On Bumble, if you're a woman, there's another part of Bumble where you can meet just friends. And it's called Bumble BFF.
You know what it is? I don't have male friends my age out in LA. I got like 2. Everybody else married. They all married with kids and stuff, so they don't be. They be in the house, like changing diapers in the house.
Yeah, you're not chained to the house.
No,
you're coming in and out.
Yeah, like I could go to a park. I can go to a. I can go to a coffee shop. Exactly. Yeah. I can go on a walk, but like I ain't chained to the
you
house.
go to a walk to the fucking mall.
Yeah, you would take a 30-minute walk.
You know what mall he's walking to? The worst mall in the world.
Wait.
Beverly Center?
No, our least favorite mall where we've had bad luck at.
How dare you?
You walk to the.
How dare you?
We're gonna cut this out.
How dare you?
What streets do you live on? Because I'm just envisioning how unsafe these walks are.
Okay, so also buy our merch. We're coming to the last weeks of this iteration. What else we got to do? Join our Patreon. If you're gonna show some skin.
If you want to buy my piss, tell me how much because
no,
needs
Megan,
to be a
we
lot.
can't let people framing you for shit.
Sorry. If you want to buy a video of me,
okay, so Patreon
you probably can make a good amount of money.
Yeah. We're just a little nervous about sending people DNA. I feel like they'll frame me for a crime.
Yeah, but you can send a video of that.
Yeah.
And nowadays with actors and stuff, a lot of actors got OnlyFans.
Yeah, they reached out to us. OnlyFans reached out to us multiple times.
You can do your podcast, and we said, "Are we just doing the podcast topless? Like what?"
Yeah.
They wanted to
they wanted us to join them
to upload the podcast on, like, make your podcast content. And I was like,
"Hey, you getting the top 2%? Hey,
yeah, maybe we should reach back out." I was talking
I
about Patreon.
I need a Cowboy Carter outfit. I need money.
Yeah, Patreon. Join. We have live streams twice a month.
That'll
Meet
be on
us,
OnlyFans,
and then we can name you. As we do. And then...
That sounds very OnlyFansy. Y'all about to be even shout outs live on the air.
Shout out. Thank you so much for donors.
They're like our friends at this point. Some of them. Friday, join us for... I hate saying this when people are around.
Wait, we've never actually had to say it when people are around, Melissa.
We've said it in front of Jamila and
What happens
Mecca.
on Friday?
No, but they saw it ahead of time because we recorded like around... Then they were like, I think I saw a weird episode you guys have. So that was...
So Friday, we have Fisting Friday.
Wait.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
What's it called?
Fisting Friday.
Yeah.
Wait, you can't say it.
No, I can say it. I do feel slightly responsible because I did make a joke about calling it Fisting Friday, and then it was also my job to then come up with a better name. And then I came back the next week and I said, I'm so sorry, Melissa. The only name I can think of is Fisting Friday. And so then she said, okay.
Fisting. And then I started making weird noises to go
and
with
we do it like an announcement. Like it's like
what's Fisting Friday?
It's just us chatting.
It's just an episode on Friday. We just run an alliteration. And the only F word we could think of was fisting.
Yeah, because we
made a joke about it.
This was a bonus episode.
It's not really bonus anymore. Now it's just part of our content.
Yeah.
We just talk. We literally just show up and talk.
And I made a graphic with it.
It's just a fist.
Does the fist go forward?
It's just like this.
Yeah, it's whatever way you want it to go.
Yeah.
And then we make really crude jokes about preparing.
Prepare yourself.
Get your bodies ready,
open, and welcoming for our thorough fisting.
And then we ask if people enjoyed it at the end. If that was good for you.
Does anyone say, could have been harder?
Yeah, somebody got mad because we were putting it on YouTube, but then YouTube kept saying we couldn't make any money off of it.
They weren't so happy with the title.
And so we stopped saying our things with Fisting Friday, and somebody was mad that we weren't doing it anymore. So it's not on YouTube anywhere. That's what we started doing this during the episode, Fisting Friday.
Yeah.
Why did it go sideways like that? It was
yeah, she's playing the drums. And then Monday we have But Am I Wrong? Tuesday, see you next Tuesday. That's cunt. And then Wednesday is your catch-up day. And Thursday, join us right back here for Don't Blame Me.
Who y'all got next? Is it another guest? I got somebody else?
No.
No, it's
We
7:30.
rarely-
Cool, I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay.
This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Post-production by Coco Lorenz.
Production assistance by Melanie D. Watson.
And music by Ryan Hunter and Giacomo Picasso.
Listening to a podcast should be time well spent, and I promise it will be if you'll give this podcast a try. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in every episode, I talk with leading experts on topics I know you will find fascinating. From why people can't keep secrets, what your favorite music says about you, why your pet acts in strange ways, and so much more. Something You Should Know is designed to give you information you can use in your life and give you great intel that you can share with others. I'm told it's a binge-worthy podcast. And with over 1,000 episodes, there's a lot to binge on. Something You Should Know has been ranked in the top of the Apple Podcast charts consistently for a long time. I know you're going to like this. I just need to get you to try it. Something You Should Know. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hi, this is Rob Benedict.
And I am Richard Spate. We were both on a little show you might know called Supernatural.
It had a pretty good run, 15 seasons, 327 episodes.
And though we have seen, of course, every episode many times, we figured, hey, now that we're wrapped, let's watch it all again.
And we can't do that alone. So we're inviting the cast and crew that made the show along for the ride. We've got writers, producers, composers, directors, and we'll of course have some actors on as well, including some certain guys that played some certain pretty iconic brothers.
It was kind of a little bit of a left field choice in the best way possible.
The note from Kripke was, he's great, we love him, but we're looking for like a really intelligent Duchovny type.
With 15 seasons to explore, it's going to be the road trip of several lifetimes. So please join us and subscribe to Supernatural Then and Now.
Have you ever heard about the 19th century French actress with so many lovers that they formed a lovers' union? Or what about the Aboriginal Australian bandit who faked going into labor just to escape the police, which she did escape from them. It was a great plan. How about the French queen who murdered her rival with poison gloves? I'm Ann Foster, host of the feminist women's history comedy podcast, Vulgar History. Every week I share the saga of a woman from history whose story you probably didn't already know, and you will never forget after you hear it. Sometimes we re-examine well-known people like Cleopatra or Pocahontas, sharing the truth behind their legends. Sometimes we look at the scandalous women you'll never find in a history textbook. Listen to Vulgar History wherever you get podcasts. And if you're curious, the people I was talking about before, the Australian woman is named Marianne Bugg, and the French actress was named Rochelle, no last name, just Rochelle. And the queen who poisoned her rival is Catherine de Medici. I have episodes about all of them.